I think I am. Good afternoon. Happy Wednesday, folks. I hope y'all are doing amazing. Just trying to make sure that I'm live in the group, and then we can get this party started. But welcome. Today we're going to be talking about your target market versus your niche versus your ideal clients, and why it is important to know the difference between the three rather. And if you're here and you're watching live, please certainly let me know. Throw something down in the comments or the chat for me. If you are catching this on the replay, let me know as well. It'd be nice to know that you saw it. And if you want to deeper dive into this conversation or this topic, or you just want to talk strategy for your business, certainly feel free to comment below or send me a DM. But let's get right into what we're here to talk about today. Your target market versus your niche versus your ideal clients. Now, why is it important to know the difference between the three? It is incredibly important for you to know the difference between the three, because when you know the difference between the three, that's when you're able to be profitable. That's when you're able to really hone in on the person who needs your services, the person who needs your products, and you're able to market to them a whole lot better because you have added details about what they need and how they want to be marketed to. So let's get into the three differences, or the three terms and the differences between the three. So your target market is number one, right? Your target market is a broad group of potential customers, clients that you want to sell your products or your services to. These are the folks who you identify would benefit from your products. This is the beginning point for identifying who your ideal client is, right? So you may be a life coach, right? And you decide that your ideal client are coaches, right? Or you decide that you're going to market to coaches. That's your target market. We haven't gotten to the ideal client yet. That's your target market. They are coaches, right? But there's a lot of different kinds of coaches. There's a lot of different coaches in different industries. There are fitness coaches, there are life coaches, there are business coaches, there are all kinds of different coaches. So you see how broad and how general this is. This is your target market. These are the people who may rock with you. These are the people who show up to your lives. These are the people who are engaging in your comments. These are the people who rock with you. They support you. They're in your tribe. They may even be in your Facebook group, but they probably will not spend money with you. They will not spend a dime with you because they need to be either convinced more that you're the person to provide their solutions, or what you have is not for them. They just like you. So they rock with you. So your target market is where you start to define who your ideal client is, right? So we go from the target market down to your niche. Now, your niche is a specialized segment of your target market. This is a small group, a small segment in this big, giant pool of people who you identify needs your services or your products, right? So if you are a life coach again, and you've decided that your target market are going to be entrepreneurs, then your niche could be women entrepreneurs, or you find a segment in that market that you want to focus on. So women entrepreneurs, men entrepreneurs, or male entrepreneurs. You want to find maybe service-based businesses versus product-based businesses. You want to figure out in that broad general market who in that market, that special segment, absolutely needs you. Those are the people that you're going to get to know what their specific problems are. Those are the people that you're going to have more engagement in. Those are the people who are going to come to the front of the line when you say, how are you doing with your business? Because they resonate with the things that you're sharing with them, right? Now let's go down to your ideal client. This is your dream client or your dream customer. We've gone from the broad group of people, the general market of people, to your niche, a smaller segment of that general market. Now in your niche is your ideal client. Your ideal client is the person that you create content for. These are who your offers are specifically for, because your offers, your services, your products specifically helps their problems or their challenges. These are the people that you don't have to do too much convincing, because by the time you're done talking, their card is already out, right? So you need to get to know these people a lot more intimately. You need to get to know what their specific problems are. You need to get to know exactly what they are struggling with. How are they struggling with it? What is it that they've tried before? What is it that they've done that did not work? What did work, right? You want to find out all of these different things about your ideal client, because that information, that added level of data, details, is going to help you to be able to focus your marketing, to be able to talk to them directly. Like when you show up on a live and you're talking to your ideal client, you are addressing specifically their problems. You are addressing specifically what they're dealing with, what their challenges are. So your ideal client, where you went from your target market being entrepreneurs, you went to your niche being women entrepreneurs. Your ideal client may be a woman entrepreneur with children. She could be a mompreneur, right? So you've now gone from this big, broad pool of people to a whole, like a very special, small segment of the, like, maybe you had 100 people in your target market. By the time you get to your ideal client, you probably have 10, because not everybody in that broad pool is going to be a woman. Not everybody in that broad pool of entrepreneurs is going to be a woman with children. But when you identify who your ideal client is, you're able to address specifically their problems. So if you choose mompreneurs as your ideal clients, you're speaking specifically to problems that mompreneurs deal with, whether it's the momming part, whether it's the entrepreneurship part. This is what positions you, that knowledge, that experience, expertise, your passion and your personality best positions you to solve a problem for. So a quick recap, because we've gone from target to niche to ideal client. So your target market is a broad, general group of potential clients or customers. Your niche is a specialized segment of this broad pool of people. Your niche is a specialized segment. This segment have more characteristics of the kind of clients that you want to serve, right? But your ideal client is in your niche, but your ideal client is the exact person that you are best positioned to help solve their problems. So how do you know somebody is your ideal client? How do you know who you're best positioned to serve? I tell my clients to look at 4 things: their experience, their expertise. These are the skills that you bring to the table. These are the experiences that you can pull from to help somebody. And then you have your passion and your personality. What are you passionate about? Who are you passionate about? What's your personality like? You're not going to be for everybody, right? So thinking about those 4 different components and how they work together, where they meet, is really where your ideal client is. So as you're thinking about your ideal client, you certainly want to be able to use all of the things that we've talked about to bring it all together, to be able to connect with them. Because if you're able to connect with them, if you're able to know them intimately, you know what those special characteristics are. You know how they like to be marketed to. You know how they like to be interacted with. You know what it is about them that will attract them to you. And you know what it is about you that attracts them, right? So you bring all of those things together and you use it to inform your marketing. So every time that you show up, you're showing up for your ideal client. Because at the end of the day, your ideal client is the one who's going to buy your services. They're the one who's going to buy your products. They're the ones who's going to keep you in business. Your target market, your cheerleaders, they will certainly keep cheering you on, but your money is in your profitable niche. And identifying who your ideal client is within your niche is going to help you it's going to help position you to be more profitable long term. So I hope that is helpful. Like I said, quick and dirty, just give you a couple of things to think about as you're going through your week. So as you're going through your week, I really want you to think about your marketing. I want you to think about your message, and I want you to think about your brand. I want you to think about everything that represents your brand, that is showing up out there in the online space. Is it speaking to your ideal client, or is it speaking to your target market? Because if it's speaking to your target market, you might get a lot of engagement. You might get a lot of, "Oh, that's great. Oh, you look fabulous. That's wonderful." But all of those things is not going to bring you your profits. It's not going to bring you your sales. So you want to make sure that you are tailoring your message, you're tailoring your brand for the person who's actually going to spend money with you. Your target market, they're great as cheerleaders, but at the end of the day, you absolutely want to narrow that down to your ideal client, because that is who at the end of the day you are creating for. That's whose problem you solve. Again, hoping that is helpful. If you have any questions, please go ahead and throw it in the comments. I will circle back and make sure that I answer everyone's questions. If I can support you in any way, shape, or form, please don't hesitate to let me know. And like I said in the beginning, if you want a deeper dive into this topic, certainly hop in my DMs and let's have a conversation about it. Or if you just want to talk strategy for your business, hop in my DMs and let's have a conversation about it as well. I wish you great success this week. And again, if I can support you in any way, shape, or form, please do not hesitate to let me know. All right. Bye-bye. I don't know why I said it like that. Bye, Instagram. All right.